If you take a look around the animal kingdom, you'll quickly notice that most things follow familiar patterns. Predators hunt alone or in groups. Teeth evolve for cutting, crushing, or tearing. And most animals stick pretty closely to what's already been done before. But every once in a while, evolution does something extreme. Few traits prove this better than saber teeth. Most people immediately think of the saber-toothed tiger, which, ironically, wasn't a tiger at all. But Smilodon was only one member of a much larger and much stranger story. In fact, saber-toothed predators didn't evolve once or twice, but at least 5 separate times. And surprisingly, cats weren't even the first to pull it off. Before we go any further, we should clear something up. A saber-tooth isn't just an animal with long canines. Lions don't count. Neither do vampires. And despite appearances, walruses don't make the cut either. To qualify as a true saber-tooth predator, the canines must protrude well beyond the mouth, function specifically for killing prey, and belong to a land-based hunter. Walrus tusks, for example, are technically teeth, but they're used for fighting, display, and movement, not predation. With that distinction out of the way, we can get to the real question. How many times has evolution independently created saber-tooth predators? According to the fossil record, at least 5. The first time happened far earlier than most people expect, long before dinosaurs ever existed. Around 272 million years ago, during the Middle Permian, Earth looked nothing like it does today. All the continents were fused into the supercontinent Pangaea, and strange, mammal-like creatures known as therapsids ruled the land. At the top of this world were the dinocephalians, large, powerful animals that filled nearly every ecological role imaginable. But Pangaea was changing. The climate was becoming drier, environments were shifting, and many of these dominant species struggled to adapt. That instability opened the door for something new. Enter the first known saber-tooth predators, the Gorgonopsians. At first glance, they look almost cat-like, but appearances are deceiving. Gorgonopsians weren't mammals. They weren't reptiles either. They were non-mammalian therapsids, distant relatives of mammals that descended from ancient sail-backed pelycosaurs. Their bodies were fairly unremarkable for the time, low-slung, muscular, with long skulls. But their teeth were anything but ordinary. Their upper canines were enormous, long, blade-like, and razor-sharp. In some species, they rivaled the exposed teeth of Tyrannosaurus rex. These teeth didn't appear overnight. Random genetic variation favored individuals that could puncture thick hides and deliver deep wounds, an enormous advantage in a world filled with massive, armored prey, some weighing over a ton. With their saber teeth, Gorgonopsians became highly effective killers. But they weren't precision biters. Their reptile-like jaws suggest they may have used a bite-and-retreat strategy, ambushing prey, delivering a devastating wound, then backing off as the animal bled out before moving in again. Whatever their method, it worked. Gorgonopsians spread across nearly all of Pangaea and became some of the most abundant apex predators of their time. They came in every size imaginable, from dog-sized species to true giants like Inostrancevia, which reached over 11 feet in length and weighed as much as a large black bear. They thrived in deserts, forests, coastal plains, and cold steppes. But their reign was short-lived. Less than 25 million years after their rise, Earth was hit by the worst extinction event in its history, the Permian-Triassic extinction. Massive volcanic eruptions transformed the planet into a hellscape. Temperatures skyrocketed, forests burned, acid rain fell, radiation increased, and over 90% of species vanished. The Gorgonopsians were wiped out entirely, and with them, the first era of saber-tooths ended. For a long time, there were none. Throughout the entire Mesozoic, nearly 200 million years of dinosaur dominance, no true saber-tooth predators evolved. Not once. It wasn't until the Cenozoic, the age of mammals, that evolution tried again. The second attempt came from an obscure and often overlooked group known as the Machairoids. These mammals appeared around 52 million years ago during the Eocene and belonged to a family called Oxyanidae. They looked vaguely cat-like, but they weren't cats and weren't even closely related. Machairoids were small, rarely larger than a modern dog, but they were equipped with enlarged canines designed for killing prey far larger than themselves. Fossil evidence suggests they may have taken down animals like early horses and rhinos. Powerful forelimbs helped them pin prey, while their saber teeth delivered the killing blow.